Welcome, School Leadership Team. I'm Allison Moody, and today I'm going to be leading this professional learning session on dual language immersion. As you may know, our school board is considering implementing dual language immersion programs into our elementary schools. Our superintendent has asked that our school take the lead on piloting the implementation of the program for the upcoming school year. After assessing the needs of our community, it was determined that a Spanish-English program would be the most beneficial for our population, but other languages such as French, Japanese, German, and Korean have been implemented throughout our state. Dual language immersion is a form of bilingual education in which students are taught literacy and content in English and in a partner language, in our case, Spanish. These programs generally start in kindergarten and extend for at least 5 years, and many continue into middle school and high school. Dual language immersion has been proven successful because of its natural approach to language acquisition. Students acquire a new language as they learn it by making sense in context, while engaged in purposeful activities. 3 goals and ultimately outcomes of a dual language program is that students become bicultural, bilingual, and biliterate. Students will become bicultural by developing social skills that allow them to make friends in a multicultural and multilingual world. The program promotes learning about many world cultures through readings, activities, field trips, and celebrations. Native Spanish speakers will be immersed in a classroom that celebrates and values their culture and language. Students will become bilingual because native English speakers will develop Spanish as a second language while continuing to grow in English. Native Spanish speakers will develop English skills while enriching their native language. And all children will learn appropriate academic skills while developing their bilingual proficiencies. Students will become biliterate by being taught to read, write, listen, and speak simultaneously in both English and Spanish using a balanced literacy approach beginning in kindergarten. Students who are bilingual and biliterate switch between 2 different language systems, and thus their brains are very active and flexible. Research shows that compared to their non-bilingual peers, bilingual people have an easier time with cognitive activities, such as understanding math concepts and solving word problems, developing strong thinking skills, using logic, focusing, remembering, and making decisions, thinking about language, and learning other languages. According to research from 2017, students from dual language immersion programs outperform their peers in reading in English by 7 months in grade 5 and by 9 months in grade 8. This amounts to almost a year ahead in reading by the 8th grade compared with their non-immersion peers. While the program offers so many benefits to students, no program is perfect, and there will be challenges and hurdles. The greatest challenge is the demand for multilingual teachers who can provide high-quality instruction. High-quality programs are key to maximizing the educational benefits for dual language learners. Another key challenge is cultivating a long-term commitment between the school and parents to the dual language program. Everyone has a stake in these programs, and commitment is crucial to reach these increased levels of educational attainment. Many schools have found it very difficult to serve students with exceptionalities, such as special education needs. We will use a 2-way dual language program model by enrolling a balance of native English speakers and native Spanish speakers, regardless of race, gender, learning abilities, or socioeconomic background. There are two models for implementation of dual language, the 90-10 model and the 50-50 model. For kindergartners starting out in the 90-10 model, 90% of their instructional time is in Spanish, with the remaining 10% of their instructional time in English. As you can see from the chart, the percentage of instructional time in Spanish slowly decreases as the grade level increases, coming to a balance of 50% Spanish and 50% English instructional time in the 4th grade. For kindergartners starting out in the 50-50 model, 50% of their instructional time is in Spanish and 50% of their instructional time is in English, with this equal balance continuing for all subsequent grades. Research indicates that with the 90-10 programs, both English and Spanish dominant students have a higher Spanish proficiency outcomes at the end of the program than 50-50 students. However, research also indicates that with the 90-10 model, Spanish dominant students do not score as well on standardized English assessments in the earlier grades due to lack of instruction in English. But the gap closes quickly in the upper grades once the English to Spanish ratio becomes more balanced. Our superintendent would like some feedback from the school leadership team about which model we would prefer to implement that would give us the greatest results for our students. Please use your computer or mobile device to follow the directions on the screen. Your feedback will help guide our implementation of this innovative program. Please email me at amoody1125@piedmont.lions.edu if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the implementation of the dual language program at our school. Thank you for your time.